Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, August 20th, 2025, and we're going to take a look at 5 figs that have done exceptionally well over the last 4 days of rain. Let's go. So first one we're going to take a look at is Black Celeste, and well, you can tell it's a Celeste in the name. They're going to hold up really well to rain, humidity, moisture. This one, very tight eye, doesn't even look like it wanted to bust open. We'll look at a couple other ones right here. Let's see, this one has a little bit of spacing in there, so let's take this one too and we'll look. That one's a little more snug on the branch. So the top Celeste is the one that came off the branch really easy. I don't know how long that one was hanging. It was before the rain started, I know that. And the second one turned right at the beginning of the rain. So let's take a taste. The top one that was on there longest, that one's fermented, so that's going to go to the chickens. The second one was very jammy, very little seed crunch. It was a little bit watered down, the flavor, so not intense, not that dark raisin description, that berry that some people had seen. Good sweetness though. Second fig we're going to look at is Malta Black. So I don't know if this can be equally or fairly ranked with the other ones. The other ones are in pots, this one's in ground, so but we'll still take a look. We'll still see. That came right off. Uh-oh, sat too long. I have some mold on there, you can see. Well, let's cut that half off and look at the other half. So the side with the mold, this is going to be this side. It still looks really good. But that's going to be the sacrificial half for the chickens out there. And we're going to try this one. Still excellent. Excellent flavor, a little watered down. The pulp is very nice mouthfeel. Jammy. Good berry. Still a good fig. Watered down and all. Third tree, which is a surprise to me, is going to be Black Manzanita. This thing has been putting out figs, along with my number 4 one that's coming up, since early season. And look at this. That eye is remarkably tight. That is a very nice sized fig. Look at the stars. Like staring into the galaxy with some time warps in it. Let's take a taste. Ridiculously jammy. Wild seed crunch. It is watered down, for sure. Almost has the skin, when I first bit into it, almost had a tobacco leaf, hints of that, like a cigar. Now, I don't spray my trees with anything, but it might just be my palate messing with my head. But that was fun. Very much fun. That was great. All right, on to number 4. Number 4 on this list has been my surprise fig of this season for 2025. And it is a Mount Etna. And it has been outperforming all the other ones that are the equal age, same age as it, in pot and size. It's not even a big pot down there. It is the red Lebanese Becca Valley. I know. This thing has seriously wowed me with some of its fruit. The flavor, not very complex, but it delivers. Look at the cracks on that. And you can still see a little bit of dots in there. Very nice. Let's take a taste. Shall we? Yes, absolutely. Flavors, deep, berry, the pulp, very good. The tight eye on it did not split. No, they weren't sitting in the saucers. They were outside of the saucers during the 4 days of rain, but man, for getting hit with that much rain and not splitting, slight cracks on it, but not splitting and still having excellent flavor, not super watered down. Whew. Definitely winner. And now we move on to number 5. And it should be no surprise to a lot of people. It's the Smith. The Smith tree is one of those figs that do well. Very well. Excuse me there. In the wet. Some Croatian immigrants, fun fact, brought this over to Louisiana, my home original state where I was born and raised. And the priest missionaries over in that area, that just fell right off. They would put this where they had seminaries, and they would grow these fig trees, and it just got passed on family to family. And it did well. It thrived, excelled in Louisiana. Let's take a taste. I just had to show this. I wanted you to see this. The syrup in there before I take that taste. What a beautiful fig. That was basically strawberry jam. That is the berry. That is what the Smith is known for. Just that strawberry jam consistency, flavor. Tiny little bit of seed crunch. The pulp was perfect. The skin, you can see it's as delicate as it is. It's amazing that this fig can protect itself from rain constantly and still taste amazing. There's no dilution in this. This is not watered down. This is superb. Wow. So that just about wraps it up. I'm kind of excited to try some more of these. I know I do have certain figs. I have some Black Madeira types that do not do well with that amount of rain. But I do have some other ones I like to experiment with. Some of them that I've heard really good things about that do really well with lots of rain and hold together. Even if they do split a little bit, still taste phenomenal. They don't get spoiled. So until then, I hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon and fig on.